Intel Xeon Sapphire Rapids memory detailed, resembles AMD 1st Gen EPYC, decentralized 8-channel. Intel's upcoming Xeon Sapphire Rapids processor features a memory interface topology that closely resembles that of 1st generation AMD EPYC ROM, thanks to the multi-chip module design of the processor. Back in 2017, Intel's competing Skylake SP Xeon processors were based on monolithic dies. Despite being spread across multiple memory controller tiles, the 6-channel DDR4 memory interface was depicted by Intel as an advantage over EPYC ROM. AMD's first Zen-based enterprise processor was a multi-chip module of 414 nanometers, 8-core Zeppelin dies, each with a 2-channel DDR4 memory interface that added up to the processor's 8-channel I/O. Much like Sapphire Rapids, a CPU core from any of the 4 dies had access to memory and I/O controlled by any other die, as the 4 were networked over the Infinity Fabric interconnect in a configuration that essentially resembled 4P on a stick. With Sapphire Rapids, Intel is taking a largely similar approach. It has 4 compute tiles, dies, instead of a monolithic die, which Intel says helps with scalability in both directions, and each of the 4 compute tiles has a 2-channel DDR5 or 1024-bit HBM memory interface, which add up to the processor's 8-channel DDR5 total I/O. Intel says that CPU cores from each tile has equal access to memory, last-level cache, and I/O controlled by another die. Inter-tile communication is handled by AMD physical media, 55-micron bump pitch wiring. UPI 2.0 makes up the inter-socket interconnect. Each of the 4 compute tiles has 24 UPI 2.0 links that operate at 16 GTS. Intel didn't detail how memory is presented to the operating system, or the NAMA hierarchy. However, much of Intel's engineering effort appears to be focused on making this disjointed memory I/O work as if Sapphire Rapids were a monolithic die. The company claims consistent low latency, high cross-sectional bandwidth across the SoC. Another interesting aspect of Sapphire Rapids Xeon processors is support for HBM, which could prove a game changer for the processor in the HPC and high-density compute markets. Specific models of Xeon Sapphire Rapids processors could come with on-package HBM. This memory can either be used as a victim cache for the on-die caches on the compute tiles, vastly improving the memory subsystem, work exclusively as a standalone main memory, or even work as a non-tiered main memory alongside the DDR5 DRAM with flat memory regions. Intel refers to these as software visible HBM plus DDR5, and software transparent HBM plus DDR5 modes.